I just don't understand. You know I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You took my life away. I just don't understand.
What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. And normally, Daniel and I go around and we shoot our Flexible Dieting Fridays together and our Training Tuesdays together. And today we had something planned for Flexible Dieting Friday, but things just got in the way business-wise, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to film it on my vlog cam and I'll send it to you and you can take care of it and we'll be good. So, welcome to the video. And today I decided I wanted to talk about a little bit more of the mental / psychological side of dieting and nutrition and change, okay? So I posted something on my Instagram yesterday about change, and what that was regarding is just that as a coach, what we're doing is we are helping people change. Anybody who sets a New Year's resolution or starts like new fitness goals, anyone who starts any new adventure in life, they're trying to make a change, right? And those things have a very low success rate in comparison to the amount of changes people attempt to make, right? So what is the hardest thing about changing that holds people back? Change can be scary, right? Change in our lives literally pulls us out of our comfort zone and leaves us kind of feeling a bit unstable, sometimes a little bit nervous. It's a completely new challenge for us, right? And we have to be able to take that change and we need to embed it into our lives until it becomes habitual, becomes a habit, becomes part of us, right? So that's how you actually change. There's the process of implementing it, the changing, and then change. You have changed once that is established, embedded into you, into your lifestyle, into who you are as a person. So let's specifically talk about fitness goals, dieting goals, things like that, right? So when I'm working with a client, change can be scary, change can be intimidating. They're paying me to change them, right? Well, what most people think they want is a whole overhaul of their entire life. So they come to me and they want a transformation, they want a new training program, they want a new diet plan, they want their entire lifestyle to be changed and guided by me, and that's obviously what I do, and that's what I help people do. And I think that something that people are often missing is the aspect of incremental change. So taking it step by step, because too many changes at one time can be very hard to handle. So imagine that you just took on this whole new lifestyle. You have a brand new training program, a brand new diet plan, you have supplements you have to take every day, and you have to be able to afford and pay for all of these things, right? You have cardio being implemented. This is a big lifestyle change. This is hours of every single day. This is a financial investment, all these things, right? So that's a lot of pressure to put on you. Now, what happens if something else in your real life, in your business life, in your family life, what if something happens? What if something gets in the way? People often struggle to juggle all of the change. So what do? They start dropping the ball on one thing. The guilt of dropping the ball gets to them even more, adds more pressure, stresses them out, and then all the balls drop, right? So every change that you were just trying to make is just gone, and it wasn't fully implemented enough to become a part of you, right? Something that I recommend for anybody who's trying to make a change in their own life, even if you're going and working with a coach can help you manage those changes better, and they can kind of be there to support you and help relieve stress. But anybody who's trying to make a change, I would highly recommend that they take it one step at a time. So for example, if you want to start living a more fit and active, healthy life, start doing something more active and healthy every day. Start exercising every day. Start implementing that into your life. Don't treat it like don't think of fitness as something that's separate from your life. You want it to become a part of you. So think of it as a part of your daily schedule. Schedule it in. See what happens. Give it a couple of weeks, and oftentimes that actually becomes fully implemented into them, into their life, into their lifestyle, into their schedule. And once it's there, it's so much harder to fall behind and slack on, right? It's when people start taking individual aspects of their life, like business, family, fitness, and they separate it all in their minds. That's when it's easier to fall back and to like forget about one of the things or not be taking as good of care of one of the things because you don't consider it a part of you. You don't consider it a part of your life. It's just its own thing that you happen to do, right? So if going to the gym every day is separate in your mind, you may get done with work and be absolutely exhausted, maybe behind on more work that you have to do that night, or you haven't been able to spend much time with your family. Well, obviously we all have our priorities, but you can schedule in and build into your routine all of that stuff across the board. Don't just try and juggle by jumping back and forth like this month I'm focusing on family, this month I'm focusing on business, this month I'm focusing on fitness. No, just let it all become kind of implemented into you, right? So back to the example, you want to start living a healthier lifestyle, you start exercising 5 to 7 days a week, and that's become a part of you. So now you're ready to take on some nutrition change, right? So that's going to be your change focus for that period of time. And right there, the first thing that I would tell you to do isn't to completely just make a huge jump in lifestyle change. Don't just flip your life upside down and start like going from what you were doing to completely changing. Maybe now you just suddenly want to completely track your macros and eat clean all the time. That's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be tough to keep up, and that stress gets to us. Like no matter how strong-willed the person is, stress gets to us. Like we all experience it. We all get overwhelmed by it here and there, and it causes us to drop the ball. And I mean, that's normal. It happens, right? So take it one step at a time. Say that you're in your eating routine. You go to work, you go and you eat at this place every day for lunch. Well, at that lunch, maybe you were getting a burger, fries, and a soda. Start with one little change. Instead of getting a full sugary soda, maybe swap out for a diet soda, or maybe swap it out for just drinking water now. Like one little change, and give it some time to become habit and become a part of you and a part of your lifestyle. I get water everywhere I go. It's very rare for me to actually order a drink that's not coffee or green tea, something like caffeinating. So just one subtle change, then that becomes habitual, and maybe you continue progressing on that meal by like not getting fries anymore, or maybe you start like making a homemade burger instead of going out to eat, and so you can still have the same like delicious foods, but now it's a little bit healthier. You're controlling the meat that you use, you're controlling the food sources, all those things. So just a little bit of change, like that goes a long way. And you got to remember that in this world, in the fitness world, when you are trying to make these changes, when you're trying to implement them, you should never think of fitness as that short-term thing. So many people think of like, okay, well this year I'm gonna get in better shape and then I'll be fine, like, and let it go from there. But I always recommend for this is that you need to accept for yourself in your mind that this is a life change, a lifelong change. You're trying to get the longevity out of this and change yourself forever. These are healthy habits to have forever, right? We've seen it so many times, it's been proven so many times over and over and over that living a healthy lifestyle, exercising frequently, eating healthy, benefits us in every other aspect of our life, which is why it should be at the top of the priority list, you know? So obviously things get in the way. I totally understand that. I go through it all the time. Things get in the way, life happens, but if you have that mindset toward it, it's so much easier to actually follow through with these things and maintain these changes in the long run. Get into those habits now, earlier in your life, and then let it be a part of you forever, and you'll be so much happier, so much healthier, and most of the time, people who live that way tend to be more successful as far as what we've seen. I think that's all I got for you right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was educational. I hope I taught you something and didn't just go on tons of tangents and rant or ramble on. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I just don't understand. You know I'm too good to you. I'm way too good to you. You took my life away. I just don't understand.